Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockne built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Looking for a block. It's Toppin. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
It's complete. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Using his feet to buy time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's right on target. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Toppin. Bulldozes him. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They're bringing heat. Trucks through the defender. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Notre Dame right back to the line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down on the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack and showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebridge? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's dragged down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw route.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On second down, just keeps firing. Setting up the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Coming after him. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On the move, it's Thomas. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the ball.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it's right down the boulevard.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. A fair catch called for and made. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It is hard to continue to get up, and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They continue to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds his man. It's Thomas. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. 10. Touchdown, Minnesota. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take him back to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The play-action fake. Got rid of it just in time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And wings it incomplete.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But
he's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. The Golden Gophers will keep this drive going.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down after that incompletion. The inside handoff. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Swings it out to his running back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Offense set on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Strikes the blow. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into
continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Now really back in the game here. Leads down to 12 as they're about to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium? Hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Here come the Irish back on offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Toppin. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He tries to take the top off. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. 1st down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Sweet feet on the move.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Looking for a block. It's Toppin. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Quarterback will audible. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him wide open. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Running behind that left side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He's going to pass on second down. And here's the third interception of the night. Touchdown, Minnesota! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here come the Irish back on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium